All right, today's totally sexist compilation review is from RP Talk, and this is compilation number 17. So let's do this.
Feminism is a scam.
Feminism is cancer. You might as well blow your brains out of the back of your head with a shotgun if you're going to become a feminist, because you're going to accomplish the same thing either way.
Years ago, I was an angry, blue-haired feminist. I once believed that male privilege was real and that I was a victim of the wage gap. Now that I understand the true motives of feminism, I know
those motives, by the way, are to complain and destroy and complain and destroy and complain and destroy and complain and destroy and complain and destroy. That's why they spent the last 100 years destroying everything that we spent thousands of years building. Yeah, believe it or not, we have legitimate resentments toward you.
that this could not be further from the truth, and that modern-day feminism is a war on true masculinity.
And then you want us to step up. We already stepped up. And what did you do? You destroyed everything we built. Do you think we're going to do it again?
Before women had the right to vote, most were stay-at-home wives, which meant they weren't working jobs
and they were significantly happier people.
Be taxed. Our overlords didn't like that. Rockefeller started funding feminist campaigns in media, and as a consequence of the movement, women started entering the workforce and leaving the home. Children would then be separated from their parents and sent to Rockefeller-funded schools to be indoctrinated by the state. All of this ultimately disrupting the family unit at its core. Feminism is defined as the belief in social, economic, and political equality of the sexes.
Garbage would have sufficed.
But in the West, I must ask, what rights do men have that women don't?
Actually, I take that back because some garbage is useful.
Feminists are convincing women that hookup culture, using hormonal birth control, and not shaving is liberation. That toxic masculinity is prevalent and the patriarchy must be dismantled. Through movies and media, we're taught that working for the man, climbing the corporate ladder, and paying tax is more empowering and valuable than raising the next generation. Women have lost touch with...
Imagine being a single mother or a mother who has kids but spends most of her time working and still being able to say that you're a good person with a straight face.
Our natural loving instincts and birth rates are plummeting. Men and women are not the same. And by protesting for equality of outcome,
birth rates are plummeting partially because men no longer see the point of having kids they'll never get to see.
Rather than opportunity, feminists are demonizing and emasculating men.
You don't say. Subscribe. RP Talk.
Spend time around, it's exactly who you're going to become. You spend time with people who eat too much food, you're going to become fat. You spend time with people who are gamblers, you're going to start gambling. However, the opposite is also true. The people that are very successful.
If you surround yourself with miserable pieces of garbage, you're going to become a miserable piece of garbage. So don't surround yourself with miserable pieces of garbage and you won't become a miserable piece of garbage.
Financially, if you spend time with them, you're going to become financially successful. Nowadays, it's so easy to use the internet and social media to find like-minded people. The first thing that you do...
It's almost impossible to find like-minded people on social media because you don't always know who you're talking to. So unless you already knew them before you had social media, you should always be a little iffy.
Is you find them digitally. You get into Telegram chats so you can stimulate your mind with the digital presence of these people. The next thing you want to do is form in real life groups of these peoples. If you want to get more money, more muscles, more game, have more frame, find people who are better than you, surround yourself with them, and that's it.
The happiest I ever was in life revolved around accomplishing things people told me I could never do because I was too stupid or I wouldn't live long enough to do it. In retrospect, they were also some of the most miserable and stressful times of my life. And I'm pretty sure my camera froze for a second, so I'm not even going to try to repeat that thought.
you overhear the best conversation in the airport. So this group of about 8 women are all together. They're having a great time. They've already started drinking. They're all obviously going on vacation. So the loudest of the group says, "Let me FaceTime my husband to say goodbye. You know how he gets." So she calls him on FaceTime, and all of her friends get behind her, and they're all like, "Hi, Scott. Hey, Scott. Don't worry. We'll take good care of her." And she's like, "Okay, honey. Don't worry. I'll be safe. I'll have a great time. I love you. I'll miss you." I hear the husband say, "Okay, be safe. Don't get too crazy, Kelly." She's all like, "You know I love you. I won't get too crazy." And all her friends are like, "Yeah, she'll be great. Don't worry." So now she's saying goodbye, and she's all like, "I love you. Bye. Mwah, I love you." So she hangs up, and she's like, "Yay, I got that out of the way." And all of her friends are like, "Woo." And she's like, "I'm going to get wasted every day. I'm going to make out with every single cabana boy I can find. Woo." All of her friends are cheering her on, and they're all screaming, and then it gets quiet for a sec.
You won't let me go on girls' vacations because you're insecure.
Okay. And all of a sudden, you hear Scott's voice. "Honey, I'm still here. You didn't hang up."
Ooh.
You have never seen a group of women sober up so quickly. She's all like, "I was just kidding, Scott." All of her friends are trying to help her out, and they're like, "She was just joking. It was just a joke." Scott is clearly perturbed. They're all trying to save their girl, so they're all like, "Scott, she knew you were there. She's just joking. It was just a joke." Scott's quiet for a few seconds, and then all of a sudden I hear him say, "So's our marriage." And he hangs up. It's going to be a long flight to Cabo for Kelly.
Well, at least she got the vacation, right? Sucks for her.
Nah, I'm just saying though. So you ain't fuck that nigga? So you trying to tell me you ain't fuck that nigga? No! I would never cheat on you! I want it to last forever! I would not do that!
Babe, come on. Like, get back in the car. What are you finna do? Walk home? We're in a whole nother state. Babe, get in the car and stop playing. Babe, get in the car. Dude, just drive away. She's acting...
Just drive away, because driving alongside of her is just going to feed her motivation to continue being a frustrating bitch for absolutely no sincere reason whatsoever.
like a damn child. Just let her sit there for a little while and think about what she's doing. You can just go off and have a million times more fun without her. Better yet, why don't you just say I'm going out to get some milk and never return?
It's so magical when a bunch of women get together and we start drinking. And there's always that one girl who's had a couple Bloody Marys, and then she has some news for the group. And what we do as women and support is we'll just take turns one-upping that. And every time warms my heart. I was just at brunch and this girl was going on and on and on about herself. I hate her so much. She's my best friend.
That's true.
And she was like, "Ladies, I got an announcement. Nathan and I just bought our first house." Right? And Heather was like, "So exciting. Let me know if you need any decorating tips. I just finished the pool house at our second lake house."
I'm assuming this is supposed to get funny at some point.
And then Rachel's like, "I know, we just bought a lake." Enjoy your rent.
First off, I do understand that this probably is a joke, and she's showing off her hard work. That's good for her. But I just want to be completely clear on this because I don't think a lot of women understand. You can be a celebrity. You can be a supermodel. You could be the most beautiful woman in the world. You can still get cheated on. Cheating does not depend on how you look. It depends on the quality and the moralistic standards of your partner. And a lot of times when it comes to cheating with men, it's not about a woman looking better. It's about his lack of discipline. Men do not cheat because they think this woman is hotter, she's got a better body, or so on and so forth. They cheat because they're tempted by something new. Men want...
And the reason why they're tempted by something new is because you haven't fucked them since 1492 when Columbus sailed the ocean blue. That's 99.9% of the reason why. Every other reason is just nonsense.
To engage in the stimulation and fantasy of acquiring something new. And lastly, I just want to say this: your looks do not keep a man. Your personality does. Your personality retains him. Your looks attract him.
You know, the real hard.
You give me a woman like Just Pearl, and she's a virgin, I'll marry her faster than any supermodel on the planet. Why? Because Pearl doesn't seem like a miserable, spiteful, confrontational, that time of the month every day kind of woman.
Though is
I could be wrong.
My 14-year-old son at the time, he sat down to dinner and I was like, hey, what do you think about mom doing OnlyFans? And I said, I need you to understand, you are going to walk into school and some kid's going to hold up a phone and I'm going to be naked on it. And
this lady's in her mid-40s.
You put me on Craigslist, Mom. So you know how they're about to come treat me at school and you're still going to...
She's easily in her mid to late 40s and she's talking to her 14-year-old son. These people are fucking incest.
Do this, bro? Tell me you know that they're going to be at school airdropping you butt naked to everybody. They're going to airdrop you butt naked to me. And you still feel like it's okay for you to still go do it? What's wrong with you?
You think you're the sugar, honey, iced tea? You tend to hear these terms because they can do adult things. I pay my rent, I pay my car note, I pay my food, I buy my shoes. Congratulations, you're a functioning damn adult.
Which is why men don't give a shit about how long it takes you to put on makeup when you complain about paying for dates. You're being an adult. Woo-hoo. Welcome to equality.
But women want credit for that like it's big, like it's something. So because they're a functioning adult, they want credit for that because they went to school. I'm a PhD. Nobody cares about your PhD.
Not the ones that want to date you.
I hear this bullshit about women are outpacing men in college, and especially black women. Yeah, let them say whatever they want to. Ask them what their net worth is. Most have a negative net worth because they got their masters and PhD. They're making the ones that making $100,000. Yeah, but how much student loan debt is? How much is your household debt? What's your consumer debt? Negative net worth means your social the things you want credit for ain't working. And why is it so?
Just maybe try being traditional women again. Give that a shot and see how it works.
Important because today women have far too many women are too impressed with themselves.
You've actually completely fucking lost your minds, and there's nothing we can do to fix you, and that's why we ignore you in public. You're like artificial intelligence for the Democratic Party, and it's just not even worth it anymore. It really isn't. We wish it was. I'd rather not be single. I'd rather have a family, but I'm not settling for the garbage the Democratic Party has spent the last 6 years puking out.
Like with you guys, you're like, oh, like she's been passed around the whole team. We can't wipe you up because you had.
I can't believe these guys. You mean to tell me they're out here actually saying these things? Because
I won't marry you if you're not a virgin, because it means that you didn't have enough respect for you or me to wait until we met each other. I know that sounds sexist and racist and xenophobic and everything else you want to call it, but that's referred to as traditionalism. And if you want traditionalism back, you're the ones who are going to have to start, because men don't give a fuck anymore. You can only call us useless for so long.
You've been passed around. They're not going to marry you. Well, I'm going to tell you what. It's some good news. You can actually come to my house and get in this bed and drain these balls.
Fellatio!
I'm not going to marry you either now. But I'm going to be here as a backup for somebody. Eventually going to want you as a wife. And my job is to make sure that you stay stretched out. These balls got to stay drained. And you need to be satisfied until you find your husband. Good luck.
You're joking here, so I don't get why I'm walking home too much.
First and foremost, most importantly, The woman has every single right to refuse any sexual activity from anybody she wants to. If she don't want to fuck that dude, she ain't got to. But with that same energy, a man is not obligating any of his resources to any woman that he doesn't want to. You are not entitled to a ride. You are not entitled to his money. You are not entitled to anything. Because that's how it's always been. We go on dates, we treat you nice, we buy you things, all for the cheeks. Yes, our entire motivation is to get inside your body for sexual release. Absolutely. And if you don't want to do that, fine. Make sure you got a way home, though.
I'm just gonna say it in case you ain't heard it, but the price of pussy has skyrocketed.
No, it's not. It's gone completely down the shitter. It's worth about as much as a Venezuelan dollar at this point because it's always available and anybody can get it anytime they want to. Price has gone up. You're out of your fucking mind.
Okay.
Price of pussy. Now, only thing skyrocketing right now is rent, gas, groceries, alcohol and pussy. Good bottle, $40. Good piece of pussy, $40. Maybe on a high end, $100. Just hasn't went up. Just hasn't went up, young lady.
63% of youth suicides are from single mother homes. 90% of homelessness and runaway children are from single mother
You can't
homes.
put that on the mother.
85% of children who show behavioral disorders are from single mother homes. 80% of rapists with anger problems.
You absolutely can put it on the mother because 99.9% of the time she sold them out for food stamps.
From single mother homes. 71% of high school dropouts are from single mother homes. 70% of youths in operated institutions are from single mother homes. 80% of all youths in prison are from single mother homes.
And that's why feminism was always a bad idea. But that was the point.
Well, he didn't say guys, why is your immediate reaction you're blaming the woman when he's just reading a stat? The reason I would put it on the woman is because you pick who you have a baby with. Yeah, we're in the UK now. Abortion's legal up to 6 months. You pick who you have a baby with.
Me being bothered is me being sexually harassed as far as I'm concerned.
So anytime a man talks to you, you consider sexually harassed then?
If you're talking to me and you have no business to be talking to me, you are sexually harassing me.
Again, why don't we talk to you in public?
You are undressing me with your eyes and I want to rip them out of your fucking head.
But you won't because you're a cunt. All right, that was the end of that cinematic masterpiece. I'll catch you on the next one.